All right, we back. Episode 63. I want to say.
June 3rd.
I want to say 17th. What made you say June 3rd?
63.
Oh, yeah. Right. Episode 63. I'm your host, Antoine Miller. Wayne back from a little hiatus.
What's up?
Say what's up to the people, Wayne.
Everything good, y'all. Miss y'all too.
Yeah. Miss Wayne having here on this for this dialogues, but yeah. So being as though Wayne's back, being as though I'm currently finishing up a high school season and dealing with this generation's emotions and the way they go about playing basketball. It's been a very interesting high school basketball season, I think, across the landscape. I just want to have a dialogue about this era compared to when we grew up, because it was funny, a guest that we were supposed to have on couldn't make it today, but it just had me personally, and I don't know, you could say the same thing about you, just started reminiscing about the era of basketball that we came from and the difference of it now. Like that, so what was 2000, 2004?
Correct. Every team was good.
It was like, but even more so, yeah, the team and the individuals, right? Like, everybody was good.
Word.
Everybody was good.
We even lost to Paul 6 our junior year.
It made the paper. That made history.
To them in the year.
Yeah, that made history.
But they was actually good though. What can you do?
Yo, but everybody was gritty. Everybody, like we all was cool outside of the court, but once we played, you really wanted to take somebody's head off, right? So, with saying that, Wayne, I see you started watching a lot more high school basketball this season.
Yeah.
You got your feet wet in the game. What you think is different from that generation compared to ours?
It looked like high school is mocking college. There's a lot more shooting going on. Like, you don't see a lot of, like, shout out to Sion Medley. Like, he should get all the publicity he's getting, but it's like, it used to be all the point guards played like that. So he looked like a fish out of water doing what he's doing because nobody else is doing it. He's a pure point guard, floor facilitator, and handle that rock.
Point guard
seems equivalent to his assistant coach, Bad Boy, or Glenn Roberts. Like, that's how they played.
Point guard seemed hard to find.
Oh man.
Was it always like that? You think?
Not that.
I was about to. I didn't think it was like that before.
Paul 6 had that. I forgot his name, but number 24. They had that. Cannon Catholic had Rich Rockabaldo, the punter for the football team.
No, can't forget him.
Wilson had Chris Pope. We had Shamar. Winslow had Antrey. Bishop.
You ain't named too many point guards though.
They wasn't point.
They was playing point.
Who was a pure point guard then that you could think of?
Glenn from Pennsauken for sure.
For sure, right? Definitely.
For sure.
Definitely.
That's all I got.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
TJ, he went to St. Joe's Prep. I forgot his last. TJ Burns.
Remember him. I do remember him.
I'm gonna give it to Paul Gauss, even though he was a hybrid scorer. But
Okay.
My boy Sterling Wilson.
No.
He was a point guard.
No.
He was a floor general.
Absolutely
not. He got
not.
adjusted in Joey Open. Got him 8,000.
I never watched a Collinswood game in my life.
I went to a few.
You did?
Yeah.
But even that so, right? Like, we could say what we want to say about Group 1 basketball, but they were still putting in work. You still got to score the points. You still got to show up.
Derek Heckendorf from Hattonfield.
Yes, you know it. You saying names I have no clue of remembering who was
Bill
who.
Kurtz from Shawnee.
Yeah. But the fact that you naming all these people, it kind of shows like that. Yo, it was a real deal when we was in high school.
And I should have, I know I'm going back a couple episodes, but when we was talking about tryouts was nervous because everybody was good, especially our freshman year coming in. Y'all was I wasn't a good 8th grade coming into 9th grade basketball player. Y'all was really good, and y'all was big. You, Foster, Shamari, Curtis McBride, Black Rod,
Rest in peace, Kurt.
What, Twiz, even Barge, like y'all all was big, like like I really was thinking like, damn, I'm gonna make this team. Cause after I didn't make the middle school all-star team, I'm like, well, I guess I'm not gonna make the Cat High team either because that's no correlation. You feel me?
So you basically saying that the talent level is the difference from now and
I don't want to do that because I don't like comparing errors, But I still think that our 2003 team could do some work this year. I honestly think that.
Do some work.
Yeah.
I mean, you basically
you
answering the same. You answering.
Lost to Mount Verdi.
You answering the same question. If you feel that way from a 2003 team that didn't win, you think they'll do work there? It was better talent.
But do you remember our 2003 team? We went up at halftime at 15 points against Franklin. Our game was at Winslow, and somebody uncle on the sideline when he was walking into the locker room said, "Yo, what's up? What you doing?" And then when we came out the second half, they tried to do what the uncle said do, and then the league started going do, and then we lost. But it was good though, cause me and him had next year to come back. But that year was our year to do it, cause we was there.
Before Wayne keep going, any kid out there, please do not say that to yourself. There's always next year. I got 2 more years left. I got 3 more years. I got 1 more year left. Nope. It's not how this thing go. Take advantage of the opportunity when you got it.
Cherish it too, please.
Continue, Wayne.
And we end up losing by 7 to Franklin, whoever that is. That's crazy. And then they went to Manasquan and beat Manasquan. We had it. We had the chip.
So what's the difference?
And I would have had a couple more games to get the 1,000. Then I would have had the whole next year, kids. You feel me? I could have been cruising. That's not good. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Because it's not all about getting 1,000. But I would have been happy with that. I swear to God, I just would have been like, okay, I got 1,000. Now let's go to something else.
Now what?
Yeah, now.
No, I'm asking you. Now what? I got the 1,000. Now what? What's next for Wayne Smalls Jr.'s life after I got 1,000?
Now let me see if I can get 1,000 still.
Because where was this on your pecking order?
1,000 points.
Yeah.
Number 1 after making the team. That was it. I got a film, right, of us sitting at the Lenape game, like we watching the JV team, right? I got this film, and we sitting on the bleachers. We got people actually reading the newspaper and looking at the box scores. We kids reading newspapers, but we in the sports section look at the box scores. Like we really kept up with what's going on and who got points and all that. Like not saying it was all about that, but it was a real big emphasis on what's going on. Like,
you said number 1.
Number 1.
You said that was the number 1 priority.
After making the team, yeah. I mean, I honestly thought that we were so good that the state championship was coming. I knew you was going to say that. I knew you was going to say that. State championship. Like, we going to win that.
I knew you was going to say that.
As long as we stay as a team, we was going to win. Like, I wasn't worrying about that, really. To keep it real with you. I just knew we was going to get there. I knew we was going to get there. Thought. And, I mean, that's just me. But that's how I think, though. Like, when I drive, I don't look ahead of me. I look to the left side of me and the back. I barely kind of look straight. Barely. I always look left, right, back. I can kind of see my parental was forward. And that's kind of how I did that in high school. Like, I seen the Chase Championship that way, but I'm still looking left, right, back. Like, I didn't look to the future. Like, I didn't look. All I want to do is just get to the Rutgers. We'll get there. But when we play against Paul 6 again, I'm going to beat the shit out of Paul 6, score 50 on them, because we got to get them back. Or Kankakee, we got to beat Kankakee before I get out of high school, man. Or when I get to Penn Tech, I ain't going to score 100. I'm going to try to score 60. You know, I was chasing a legend right before me, so I ain't going to lie, I was out for records.
You know me, I'm trying to refute what you're saying, but I ain't walking in your shoes either. So it's a different thing that come with it's a different thing that come with that Canada High stuff, man. It's a
And
lot.
salute to young legend DJ for like not going at it like I'm doing and still getting it. He's still checking all his boxes without carrying lessons.
I don't think the way you went about it was necessarily wrong, though.
I mean, I didn't show it. Like if you looked at me play, you
Nah,
was like, oh, he out
right.
here trying to get 1,000. No, I was actually a team player, and that's probably what that'll go my 60 points right there. I should have. Sometimes I advanced the ball up the court. I should have kept it, but I didn't look at it like that. Go get that easy bucket and let's get back on defense.
Yeah.
And it did happen my way when I was the one up top getting the outlet. Sometimes I used to get the outlet and keep running out of bounds. I had to curl back.
How much you think you could have scored if you went to another school?
That's a soft spot tomorrow. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But you don't regret any of it.
I would go to every
year. Yeah. You don't regret any of it. You know, you went down shooting.
I would at least scored a 2,000 at Lindenwold. If I would have went to Lenape, I would have scored a stack, but we would have went undefeated in one of the states. I mean,
you think this generation is more skilled than we were?
Yeah, they more skilled.
They wasn't better basketball
They
players.
wasn't better basketball. I give them skill, okay, but like you know, you do all that shit, like you know, like Glenn. Like Glenn was a hell of a basketball player, like dribble, all that stuff. But you know, when he played against us, he was a floor general and shoot that three. It wasn't no bop 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 bop. bop. No, you gotta do bop and go get your shit. Like it wasn't no you showing your handle off on us. You better not. It's going back the other way.
Time out though, bro. Glenn got busy. You got the tape. Glenn was getting busy against Canada High.
Hey Glenn, you wanna come on?
Glenn was getting busy against Canada High. He was taking what y'all gave him as a point guard should do.
Yeah, but that happened at the end. I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
And we was trying to get 100 in the game. Like we was trying to get 100 points while they was just trying to survive.
Okay.
The score ended up being 98 to like 84 or something.
All right. At the time we was going against these really good basketball players.
Right? Was very good.
Did you know this was, cause like, come on, like let's think about it. Like, I got a Sharon Fisher, led the nation Division I in scoring, Niagara. You got Jason Thompson, 8-year NBA vet. You got Al Fisher, who probably should have went higher as a Division I basketball player. Where did he finish at, Iona? Or Kent State? Kent State. Yeah.
Siena first and then
Siena. I'm sorry, Siena. You know, Glenn went to Coppin State. You got, and we're not even talking about our team, the team that we had to compete against every day at Canada High.
Yeah.
Like, and just a lot of other people. You go against these guys on a daily basis on the street and on the court and things like that. Did you like really understand like how good our era was?
Yes, and I respected it too.
You did?
Yes.
I didn't.
I did.
Nah, I didn't.
You didn't understand how good everybody was?
Nah, because I'm honestly, and I think you can understand this. I just feel like, all right, this Sharon that I'm guarding, I gotta compete. Like that's it. Like I know he a monster, but
you just gotta compete. I mean that was just our the way we looked at things, just coming from Canada. You feel me? Like we didn't really care how good you was, but I knew how good you was, but I didn't care. Like when I had to guard, like I didn't have to guard Al Fisher too much. So Foster got on him, but somebody I had to guard head up would probably my first Cedric Smith.
Cedric Smith.
He was a tough guard.
Hey man, got a guest appearance coming on the show. I didn't know. I didn't know. So I'll just mess with you. Come on, bro. What's up, dog?
What's up?
How you living? How you living?
Oh, y'all watching the game and working?
No, yeah, we working. Yeah. Oh yeah. We watching the game. What's up, brother?
How's everything? Y'all mind if I keep my hat on?
Man, listen, man.
I don't want nobody see I need the haircut.
What's going on? How you living?
I'm staying out of trouble.
You stay? Hey, that's always good, brother. It's always good to see you.
Always the pleasure.
Even more so on camera, you know.
Y'all doing y'all thing.
Listen,
all
man.
I do is push like. I don't do nothing else.
Listen.
Legend.
Listen,
no,
man.
I ain't include. Y'all the legends.
They ain't never asked you to play Coach Canada High?
I've been here before.
Okay.
Yeah. in the 90s.
Hey, man, listen, every time I get to see you, bro, I appreciate it, man.
It's my blessing. Making me feel good.
No, it's a lot going out here. You saw I was just on the bird cage, and like people like you kept creeping in my head, man. Like it's crazy. Like, and I know you can allude to this. Like you don't really always get. Most times you don't get the, and you're not looking for it, but you don't get the like praise anything for anything that you're doing. You know, because you in the work.
Yeah.
You know.
I got it today.
Right. That's what I was going. That's what I was going to end with. That's what I was going to end with.
See, a lot of times people want big things. They want to be able to put their chest out. My chest is out every time I see y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because y'all got it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not only did y'all get it, y'all trying to push it on.
Right.
The chance y'all get, y'all talking to somebody in a positive manner.
Right.
So yeah, I get it every day. I got a nice little text this morning from one of the kids. You know what I mean? And that's long as y'all doing what y'all supposed to do, and I had any part of that, then I'm winning. Or I'm sorry, we winning. So
that's what it's about.
Yeah,
that's what it's about, man.
I appreciate you for putting the foundation down for me coming up, and I love you.
I love you right back. You know I love y'all, man. I'll be so proud. It's a close game. I don't know if we supposed. Am I supposed to say that?
Man, nah. Go ahead, man.
No,
wait.
I went to a few of the Woodrow Wilson games because I felt as though they needed our support. Because in the beginning, people were saying things that wasn't uplifting. They all are kids.
Correct.
I won 2 state championships this year. I only won 1, and Wilson got a nice team.
What Coach is talking about? I mean, we watching one of the Woodrow Wilson games. Well, what's it called? Eastside High. I don't know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we watching Wilson while we doing the show. You know, and what Coach is talking about.
That's a foul.
You know, it's just, and I've always said this. I don't, especially. I mean, because this is fairly new what they doing with basketball, but on the football side, I mean, come on, man. Like what Preston is doing, and the light skin. I don't want. What's his name? That's there now. That took over for Preston. I don't know, but they can coach. They can, they could really coach. And the things that
he cool.
Yeah.
Nah, he's solid. I know him through Bird.
Okay.
Yeah. Nah, he gonna get the most out of these kids.
Yeah, he's doing it.
He's gonna get the most out of these kids, but people don't show them the love that they deserve. Like these kids is out here working.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it's great to see. And
you gotta give them credit because across the bridge they got the powerhouse. You know what I mean?
Tell you,
they gotta come with motivation. They gotta motivate themselves.
In December, they were saying they wouldn't have a team. And guess what I put on there? Just wait till January.
There you go.
And they doing their thing, man.
Yeah,
they got a team too. Like they got a 5 and they got a bench.
Yeah, they playing good,
One of them
man.
kids jump out the gym.
Yeah, they playing good, man. They playing good, but nah, man. I know you gotta talk to Wayne real quick.
So what happens is all our young men need is that someone to believe in them.
Sure.
That's all they need. And then they start doing their thing, and they like, oh, okay, Uncle's right. The old guy was right. That guy up the street that told me I could be something. You start listening, and now you say, wow, you know, maybe I should practice on my free throws. Maybe I should get to class.
Real quick. Can you put this on? I'm sorry, because I want to ask you something on camera. Like, so I talked about this for a second on Bird's podcast, and I want to hear what you think about it. So, you know, I'm at KIPP now, and I was in West Tech for 7 years, right? So this is a whole different dynamic of black kids and black families, middle class families out there. You know, it's Burlington. They doing okay. They got different problems, right? So I come here first year as a coach. Basketball ain't number 1. It might not even be number 3 or 4 on their list, not because they don't want to, because that's just
they have survival status.
Yeah, and I can't go about it in a vanilla way as far as dealing with the emotional trauma that they have, right? And honestly, it was a bit of I had to adapt, you know, throughout it. Like, in your 30, 40 years of experience, like, dealing with these type of kids, right? What was your recipe of going about every single situation and family is different. How did you go about it? Because you're still a coach.
The first thing you have to do is just listen. Once they know that you care, once they know this, because you got to realize there's multiple people coming in and out of their lives telling them that they care, but they're not consistent. So here come the new guy, here come this new coach. He telling me the same thing the guy told me that I ain't seen in 3 or 4 weeks. And people pop in and out of their lives, so they start tuning people out. Once, like your first year is probably going to be the roughest, but now you'll have children that you keep from this year, next year, that'll tell the other kids, oh, he legit.
Right.
He'll listen.
Right.
Because all they want you to do is listen. A lot of times we talk at our kids instead of, hey, what's wrong? What can I do to help?
Right.
And then the guy might tell you some things that you be like, wow, I didn't even know. I'm gonna give you an example. It was a teacher in the Midwest. She said every day her student was falling asleep. And she said she getting pissed. Every day he falls asleep, every day. So she said, you know what? I'm gonna talk to him. She said, I noticed that you're falling asleep every time. Is there something I can help you with? He said, I had a child over the summer and I work 11 to 7 at night and I come straight to school. I don't want to be like my father and not take care of my son. So she said now when she comes in the morning, she got snacks for him, lift him up. She, instead of seeing him falling asleep, she said now she sees it as him fighting to stay up. But now he understands that she cares, so he not missing days. He's just hanging in there. But that's how it be. Like you said, it's things. Their priority list is different. It's food, clothing, and shelter, and self-preservation first. You know what I mean? You might have a kid miss practice, but you don't know that little kid had to make sure his brother and sister get home first and eat. You know what I mean? What happens if he get home and ain't nothing to eat? He can't leave them. And y'all don't even know this, but there was a dude that played for the Simbas that was in that predicament. So Coach Demary said, yo, every Friday, let's do spaghetti. So I said, why you say every Friday? Coach Demary said, because they don't have school on Saturday. We'll make sure they eat on Friday. Then they'll automatically come to practice on Saturday because they're going to want some more goodies. And then Sunday games, all the extra hot dogs go to them. So you might be thinking, this kid don't want to come to practice. I don't want to come to practice if I'm hungry. Because now when I leave, I'm going to be hungrier. Now I'm going to have headaches. So you just look at it from that standpoint, and what you do next season, you just call on me and I'll say, hey, I got some guys that'll come through with Danishes, orange juices, whatever you need. And again, just the main thing is just eat. Think of that, just eating. Sometimes we take it for granted because we're in a position to eat. But what if you don't have food? That's why I say when they close school sometimes, there's kids that's mad. I don't have a heat or electricity and I don't eat and you close school. That was my safe haven for the next 10 hours. Even if you take the kid, and since he put it out there, the kid Chandler, Champ.
Yeah.
Remember his situation?
Yeah.
He said he was putting an extra hot dog in his pocket and taking it home for his sister.
Yeah.
So, and it's more examples like that. We just don't know it. We don't know that, that it's problems between the mother and the father at home. And this kid might not have slept last night.
Is that what keep you going? Because I feel like we all, because again, I'm just speaking realistically, right? Like we have a family, we get tired, right? And we only one person,
right?
But
so that's why
we need some type of motivation to continue to keep doing this work.
So, say for example, if you two were having that day, and then I came in, you start smiling.
Yeah.
So the same thing I did for y'all do for me.
Yeah.
Like I could have went straight home. I said, I got to make this stop. See winning real quick. So it goes both ways, and you try to channel your energies to deal with people that's going to help you stay motivated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you said you was at the other school for 7 years. Well, look at you take Coach Sechawayo. Look at his father. He been doing this since the 60s. I mean, literally, he calls me in his office to say, hey, what do you need? Coach Bird in his 80s. You know what I mean? So I get it from both sides. I get it from the younger people. I got a text this morning from over in, yesterday over Philly inviting me to something. So, and all it said was, Coach, you're invited. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I got texts inviting me to places in Princeton. You know what I mean? So it's literally people all over this county that you might not think that's there for you, but if you put it out there, they'll let you know that I have something for you.
Yeah.
So it's always something positive.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't want to hold you up, brother.
All right.
Cause
So can I still waiting for 30 seconds?
I can. Yeah, I think our generation was way more talented, but these dudes is more skilled. And that going into my next question, like, what happened to street basketball?
What happened to it? Like I went to Larry Gaines tournament this summer. Shout out to Larry Gaines tournament. That's supposed to keep going. Like nobody was there. Like, what's going on? Like, it's basketball. Go out there and play basketball.
Nobody goes outside.
Nobody go outside.
The kids don't go outside.
So in our benefit, how these kids now that don't go outside get better than us?
I never said they was better. I said they're more skilled.
It's more skilled. How that happen? What you got, like,
they live in the gym when they live with a trainer.
But not outside. It's a roof where they at.
Yeah, nah. It's crazy because I was thinking about when I made this question. It was like I'm like in the middle of both, because I actually think that is smarter in a way to be in the gym playing, working on your craft with a trainer, but you're not getting that outside feeling of somebody talking trash to you in a pressure moment, in a condensed court, and like that crowd watching you over there, like the weed smoke in your face is.
And them bouncy backboards and bouncy rims.
The rims, you got double, triple rims that you gotta make a shot on. Like, you're not getting that experience.
No
falling on the floor, just falling on the ground.
No referee calling your own fouls.
You calling your own fouls, and the guy don't like it.
Sometimes when you, like, depending on where your ego at, not calling foul, and like we used to get mad at you for not calling foul. You used to get fouled, come home all scratched up, and never call foul the whole night. We mad at you. Because we
I lost the game because of it.
We point up, and you going up getting hacked and not calling foul, and like literally letting the person get the rebound and then score, and still not saying, nah, man, you fouled me. You just that was you working on your own, not toughness, because you was showing toughness. You were working on, I'm getting strong, like under the whistle.
That's a great example, and again, I don't think you can find that inside of a gym, but it's like. Bro, these kids is different. I think between pressure, I think between anxiety, I think between all these things, I don't think these kids think they want to be great, but I just think they like how it look. So I'm gonna learn all these 7 combinations in the gym and show it to you. I can't wait to come show it to you. But it ain't really teaching you anything. I don't know. I think it's over.
Don't do that.
That's kind of why I did what I did in the summer when we was playing. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I wanted to bring it back. I really wanted people to just be in shape, but I think these kids is done with outside, bro. I don't think it's ever coming back, because they don't. Like, I ask these kids all the time. Like, it'd be Friday after a practice, something like that. I'll be asking them, "What y'all doing tonight?" Nothing, chilling, just in the house,
we'll be
on their
for
phone.
The next court, right?
Yeah. These kids ain't like that. They don't want to see a court.
After practice, we used to still be playing. They used to have to be like, all right, y'all, we about to shut the lights off now. Like, y'all gotta go. we used to play.
It was a different type of hunger, bro. These kids ain't really hungry for a lot of things, and that's what I'm saying. I love challenges, but it's a transition. What I'm dealing with right now is just like, we lost a game by 6, Wayne, and the starting shooting guard, bro. This dude had his hands on his head, and he put his head in his lap. He was rocking like this, back and forth. And I ain't say a word to him, and I was just like,
trying to see where you going with it.
I mean, he was irate.
Did he lose the game?
He might have had 8 turnovers. He might have had almost double-digit turnovers.
So you saying that was a bad thing, how he's showing his feelings, or that kind of made you feel good that he kind of cared, or were you?
It wasn't positive, bro.
Really like it?
Nah, I hated it. It was like,
you trying to change.
But my point is, he's dealing with something.
Okay, that wasn't more than basketball.
This wasn't about nothing we doing. This wasn't no. He got issues.
Got you. That laws made all.
Calm down, bro.
Okay.
Like, am I yelling at you right now? So why are you acting like that? He did that on his own. And it's a myriad of other things that happen throughout the day with these kids. And sometimes I just don't even say anything. I just look like, wow, bro. Like, we fighting so much with these kids, yo. So much.
I got 2 questions.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
The player that you had that got into a fight, because I'm a fan of you, so I watch you when you go to the podcast. You were saying a student athlete got into a fight, and he just automatically thought he was off the team, which he should have thought.
Yeah.
In traditional thing, I mean, you probably wouldn't be off the team, but you gonna miss some games or something. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I understand why he thought that. But what happened with him? What happened? What you do? You never
What
said.
afterwards?
Like, what was his reprimand? Was he somebody that get time?
No.
Okay.
No, he don't play at all.
So you got
he don't play at all.
Punish him kind of different.
Nah. I don't want to say it on camera, but I punished him and I didn't let him play for the next 3 games.
And he understood.
He didn't even care about that. He cared that he possibly thought I was gonna kick him off the team, which for me was a win, right? Because okay, so being with me and being on this team is that much important that you just automatically thought that you were off. It shows me that what I'm preaching is getting through, regardless if they go about it in a way. And that's what I'm talking to Coach Orlando about, and I'm saying to you, like, the traditional route, it can't work with these kids because they're going to make mistakes. It's way too much that they fighting against with their environment, with their parents, with what they've learned, with what the system allows them to do. They fighting with so much on the daily that they normalize it and they make this their culture. Like every situation, that's what I said too on Bird Joint. Like every situation you walk into, it's a culture. No, it's a culture. Is it a good culture?
Might not.
Nah, it might not be. But that really made me feel good. That he, and I know that sounds crazy, that he thought that he was just off the team. That really made me feel great.
I got another question too. The boy that you that came in disrespectfully with a Cannon High uniform. Do you now that you into it and kind of get the gist of, not saying, because you from the hood, you know what's going on, but now you can do it all over again. Would you kind of had maybe had given him another chance and kept him because you don't know if you was sending him out back to the streets?
Nope.
And have you seen him since?
I don't think.
Did he apologize?
I swear I don't think he been back in.
School?
I don't think I've never seen him in school one time, ever.
Okay.
But no,
That's what I was thinking about when I was
would.
watching that podcast. I was like, I wonder if Twan.
No. I would not go back because I had to set a precedent, and
He was the example.
I was right, and it sucks
one,
that
too.
he was the example, but
You had to.
yeah,
But he did that to himself though. I try to make an excuse for him saying he didn't have a shirt, but at the end of the day he could have took it off and been bearskin. But he might not know that culture either though, from not being outside. That's
No, and you're right. And I actually didn't give him a fair chance with it. I probably could have pulled him to the side and said that, but I got 70 other kids that I gotta evaluate too.
You.
Right. Y'all don't know me at all, so it's lonely out there sometimes, man. It's lonely out there sometimes as a coach, but again, overall, we need to get kids back outside though too. So it's like, I'm okay with being the person I am. I'm okay with people might think that I'm an asshole at times the way I coach. I'm okay with people not understanding it because I care about that. I care about kids not going outside to play basketball. That's insane.
Or one day on a
insane.
nice day, are you gonna happen to take your team out to the courts just to give them the element of outside? Or
I'm doing all that because I think that builds who you are as a man. It is extremely difficult to score basketball,
Outside.
the baskets on a street court. Think about what I just said. It is very hard to consistently, I don't care who you are, to consistently score on a street basketball court when you calling your own fouls, when you got a condensed court and you shooting on triple rims.
And the wind can just blow. Soon as you shoot the ball,
you're not
the
even
wind can
talking
just
about
blow.
wind velocity and all that type of stuff. It is very hard. You know, and I think these kids need to understand that.
Word up.
Period.
I wanted to ask you too.
Yeah, you had 2 questions.
Cousin Tracy, she asked you. She said I think she gave you like an 8-year plan. You said, that's too long. No, she gave 4 years. You said, that's too long.
Yeah.
So how long do you think it's going to be Kemp not ranked in that? I mean, could be nationally, but let's just stay in Jersey. How long do you think it's going to take to get a number in front of your name?
I don't care about that, bro. What,
Okay,
like
but,
numbers
you
as
know,
far as rankings and
you
things
know,
like that?
Yeah, you know, like
I don't want to put bro,
it's definitely gonna be before 4 years.
I'm good at what I do, bro. I mean, and it's just I don't want to put a date on anything because you still gotta do the work, and really all that matters is the day, like today. Like, did we get better today? Like winning the championship this year, that's not what I preach, because you put that in kids' minds, and now, all right, they're not focusing on getting better today and letting that take care of itself. Now they look down the road and say, oh, okay, so we got to do this, whoop de whoop de whoop. I've never been a coach that follows that lead, but I don't even know how to answer that, Wayne. It won't be long.
But with your with the team that you had and your season that you had, did that give you even more confidence of what you going?
I got a lot
like
of
it.
I have a lot of potential.
Like it. I like
quote unquote potential. And if you know anything about how I feel about potential can mean
up or down. Yeah.
It could be anything.
But
right?
but you being who you are, you gonna maximize it.
But I feel some people are gonna fall by the wayside because they just not gonna be able to do it without the man, and that's okay.
That happens.
Some people give in. I'm not giving in just because this guy's talented.
Okay.
I'm demanding what I'm demanding every single day, and that's the tough part, because these kids don't know what their potential is. They don't know what their ceiling is, so they might just think you picking on them, or I'm doing my best. Like, no, I see where you can go, and I'm going to push you to that. That's why communication is really important, and telling them what's going on so they don't just assume things, or their parents don't just assume things and think, oh, the coach is picking on me, he always coming at me. No, that's because your ceiling is so high, you know, and my ceiling is high for myself and my organization, so I got to put that type of energy out there, because I don't. That's what I demand.
Do you ever tell that kid exactly what their ceiling is, or you tell them you can do better? You don't never tell them where they can go.
I tell them.
You tell them.
I tell them they can go this high, or I tell them they can die on Al Polak or something like that. Like,
real
it's totally up to you, and that's what I end with. It's totally up to you. If you want to work, if you want to do this, we can do it. If you don't, I love you. It was great, but you know, I got 15 other kids to worry about, so I can't really, you know, entertain that. So
would you change the word family to team? I mean, y'all break down.
No, I just say kid. I just keep.
I mean,
because y'all here. I mean, this is our school.
I can picture you doing that. Like, nah, y'all don't do that no more. Y'all ain't no family. Don't do that.
Nah, because they really don't understand what it means, and I think you gotta go through that. Yeah, don't just do it because I'm a coach and I'm telling you to do it. Like, no, you really gotta mean this, and we still individuals, and that's okay. That's okay. We known each other a couple months. You know, the more things we go through, the more you know how invested I really am. And like Coach Orlando said, I'm not just here to talk to you and leave for 3 weeks. Like, I'm here, bro. Like, I'm here for the long run. You know, and once kids, they run through the brick wall for you, bro. Once they understand that. So before we get out of here, I wanted to end with the Juwan Howard thing, Wayne.
I look like you, look like me, look like Coach Turner.
Look like you, look like me, look like Coach Turner.
You feel me?
Okay.
Now, what I would need you to know, I would need you to make clear to me, because you are way smarter than me on the coaching level, is what did the coach do wrong that Juwan Howard felt disrespected about?
The Wisconsin guy?
The Wisconsin coach tried to say maybe Juwan Howard didn't understand the rule.
Okay, wait, which part? You talking about the handshake or the actual last 15 seconds?
The timeout, he called a timeout, and the coach said he not going to put his team out to break a press in that many seconds.
I don't have the problem with the in-game things. You know why? Because Juwan Howard was pressing.
But losing.
Why are you pressing though, bro? You can't win the game. You losing. It's 15 seconds left.
So you think that was Wisconsin being smart to him? Like, oh, you want to press? Okay, timeout.
I mean, it's not even being smart anymore, because you're choosing to press down 15. So okay, let's play basketball. I'm gonna call a timeout and set something up.
So you think that was his noviceness of being a coach that came
out? I think it was emotion. I think it was pure emotions. I think Juwan Howard was purely emotional, and he made a mistake. And I think it traveled. Now once we go to the handshake, he did grab Juwan, bro, and an emotional guy.
Don't touch him.
Don't touch him, bro. Did he handle it the best way?
I'm glad the NCAA handled it the best way and gave him the white coach.
Would you have fired him?
No,
Jawan?
I wouldn't did nothing to him.
You wouldn't have gave. You would just let him
Me?
coach
No.
tomorrow?
Yep. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Wait,
He didn't do nothing wrong.
wait, no, go
Only
back,
thing
go
he
back,
did
go
was,
back,
it
go
was
back.
act the ass in front of his team. So
Wait,
he would have to apologize to the whole university when he come back to the campus.
he like, bro.
'Cause he kind of embarrassed us.
What do you mean? He didn't do anything wrong.
He got touched. He told the dude, "Don't touch me no more." And then he slapped the other dude. Though that's the bad part. He reached over the coach and slapped the other dude. But the other dude could have said some other shit.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know what that dude could have said because Jawan forgot what he was talking about the coach and just reached over there and slapped him. And assistant coaches talk that word.
Yeah. I don't want to speak on it too much because I mean,
You and the coach.
nah. It's just I really think Jawan. I mean, I never met him, but I think Jawan is a really good guy. You know, and it's just like.
Coach?
I think he's smart enough to know I gotta have a lot of good people around me.
Okay.
That's my
pushing
answer.
the culture of this black coaching culture that's a coach right there that's gonna make us look good. You know,
Explain.
like who's a coach that kind of got the job that's black that kind of didn't do us no justice. Like I want to say Lovie Smith for some reason because I don't remember him doing good for the Bears.
He was there a long time.
But he ain't do nothing. He had Brandon Marshall, he had Jay Cutler, he had
Whole bunch
Matt
of 10
Forte,
and 6. Whole bunch of 10 and 6 seasons.
Al Jefferson, Brian Urlacher. You know, he ain't do nothing. But I don't even want to do that to coach like that. But it's like you think Jawan Howard is pushing our culture the right way? And then after doing that, or that's what the big people were saying. Like, you look at this, you see this shit. You know what I mean? I'm kind of stemming off the conversation you had at the Birdcage. Shout out to the Birdcage. Like he should have.
I like him, bro. I don't know. I mean, I don't follow Michigan enough and the ins and outs of how he go about his daily enough to know if he pushing it right for black culture. I just know he seems like a stand-up guy. Got a lot of moments though, emotional moments though, bro. It's just.
But you gotta think though, he was like that for about 5 years straight after winning the chip with Miami and D Wade and LeBron. He was the locker man, the locker room guy.
But
so he do got character. Sports told us that he got character by putting him as that position. They gave him all that, gave him contract for 5 straight years just to be the locker room guy. Now Udonis Haslam is that. So they got character because Udonis is probably gonna be the next Miami Hurricane coach.
That'd be great. But I mean, I just know we can't afford it. Like. To let them, we can't afford to sweat, bro. Like we just can't. It don't matter who was right or wrong. We just can't. We can't afford to the repercussions that could come up because it's always a like people like I keep thinking about Jawan and Penny. Like to me they in the same boat, right? Yeah. They haven't and it might not even equate the wins in Memphis. Situation, but they're having a lot of success really fast.
Don't forget about Juan Dixon, even though he's losing. But
I didn't forget about.
He there though.
He where?
Coppin.
Come on, Wayne.
I'm saying he there though. He black. He there. You gotta give it to him. It's not his fault that he can't get talent.
It's not his fault that he can't get talent. All right.
But he did take that job because that's where he's from. So he ain't. I mean, I'm not giving him no credit. I mean, no extra credit.
Wait, no, forget it. Nah, because I don't want to say nothing negative. Jawan Howard, Penny Hardaway, bro. This is a lot. Like they get an extreme amount of positivity and success in every type of facet, really fast, right? You are going to have a huge microscope on you in those positions.
Penny already went through it early this season, didn't he?
Penny's still going through it, bro. They got smashed.
He almost had to yell at the people, like, they kids, bro. They kids.
Yeah, but this is the life of a black man too. It's just
prime time D1 too. You know, it's a lot of money.
Like, I mean, look, we got to deliver.
Let's go back down to the high school level. Friend of the show, Rick Brunson carrying it well, because he do a lot of antics on the sideline, which is it's funny that he seemed like he's from Camden because he's carrying it like a Camden coach should do it.
As he carrying it well,
So-
I think he's carrying it extremely
Really
well.
right? I do too.
But,
Shout out to you.
I
Coach
think he's
Brunson.
carrying it extremely well. Yeah, I don't have anything to say about the way Rick handling this thing.
understand,
I'm
right?
gonna just say this thing.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I think he's doing well, but yeah, that was a moment that
James
Juwan Howard.
Harden.
Oh yeah. I ain't talking to you about none of that stuff yet. Damn,
James
we
Harden.
getting with that.
What you think?
What I think? It's
I like
crazy. It's crazy because I'm the person that I never wanted to trade Ben Simmons for anybody in the world, right? But Harden and B, he's never gotten to play with a person like that in his career, and B.
Never.
And
And the
he's
closest thing was Capella.
and he's having an MVP season already.
Yes.
The reason I'm fine with the James Harden thing, and I think it's going to really be a success. I think if James Harden is healthy, I'll say it right now. I think if James Harden is healthy, just forget the season.
You gonna beat the Bucks?
Sixers is over. The Bucks is going to be tough because now we have nobody to guard Giannis, which we had Ben. So it's going to be a lot tougher with the matchups. With him and Middleton, it's going to be rough. Like I think that's going to go 7 actually, but we'll win because they have nobody to guard Embiid or Harden, right? So I think that's going to be tough, but I think we'll win. It's over. It's hard. If Harden is healthy, it's over.
Well, with Kyrie acting.
No, it's over.
that
It's over.
ain't
Our roster is good.
You like it?
It's so good of a roster. It was missing a superstar person that could create on the perimeter.
Why do you think they kept Danny and let Seth go? The money?
Bro, Steph, I love Steph, bro, but I'm
Let him
so
go.
sick of people talking about Steph, and I don't want to be negative about Steph, but come on, bro, it's a shooter. Like it's not. Come on, it's okay, bro.
Okay.
Thibault is more important than Steph to me.
Okay.
To me.
So Seth is going to do a better contribution to the Nets than he did with the Sixers.
I don't even care, bro. I don't think it's that important as everybody making it seem.
Okay.
It's not. Like
I get what you're saying.
it's not. You got a creator that can average 30 points a game alone. A creator. Seth can't create. You run plays for Seth, and you better hope he get open
Run him around and beat
because
him.
he's not creating for anybody. Like this is the thing that people don't realize, and this is why I haven't watched Sixers basketball. We'll end real quick. This is why I haven't really watched Sixers basketball all year. Everything they're doing in the regular season is great, but the floor get condensed in the playoffs, and you have to be a one-on-one. Somebody has to isolate.
Yes.
Plays, yes, none of that matters in the playoffs. People play defense. You need a creator. We didn't have it on the perimeter.
We got it.
And we got it, and we gave up Seth. Nobody else? What? Are you kidding me? The Nets, you are some suckers, bro. Y'all are suckers.
What you think
Y'all
about
fell for
Kevin
that.
Durant not showing up to the All-Star game because he was? I ain't gonna say he was. His feelings was hurt, but his feelings was hurt.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Tell me.
Kevin Durant was an All-Star. He did not show up to Cleveland. He stayed wherever he's at. But he already threw shade when they did the draft to James Harden. He was already making little jokes like, I don't believe it's
I ain't a Durant guy, bro.
You're not
So
as a person or as a
anything.
basketball player. Because you be
Well,
arguing
basketball.
about
Basketball. I
Kyrie
mean, like, come
Irving.
on.
So he's still better than Kyrie Irving.
From basketball, he's a monster, bro. He's an alien. But as a person, I just don't.
You don't get down with
Come
it.
on, phony Twitter and Instagram accounts, and you go to.
Very insecure guy.
It was the Warriors for me. I haven't like really
Oh,
been
after
on
that,
that. It was you can't be the best player arguably in basketball and go to the best team. I think my Durant legacy, he might as well retire after he went to the because nothing he do after that.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
I know what you mean.
You went to the best team and you might be the best player in the league. That don't make sense to me.
I get exactly what you mean, but I know what they're doing. They know, like 50 years from now, when people go to the books, all they gonna do is say Kevin Durant got this many rings. You know what I mean? And usually the people like us that know how he did that bitch move and went from OKC and went to the people that beat him, we ain't gonna be the one making that argument. It's gonna be the kids that never even seen that move happen. They're just gonna be like, oh,
That's
Kevin
messed
Durant
up.
was good. He had this many rings.
That's
They ain't
messed
gonna
up.
say Kevin Durant was a little. he was a different guy, and you know what I mean. He jumped ship and stuff.
That's messed up.
And it's messed up that Russell Westbrook career is ending up like this because I don't think he deserves what he's getting right now. Like, even though he's playing horrible, but he might have some trauma going on in his head. You know.
I mean, at least he
LeBron
going
ain't
down
picked him.
swinging, and I can respect it.
Yes, he is.
He doing it his way.
Yup. He
doing it his way.
Changing up, and yup.
What you got for the Sixers? Last words. What you
Joe,
think?
just keep leading us. Lead us to the promised land, brother.
What's the promised land? You think the promised land?
I don't see no. Like, I don't think DeAndre Ayton could hang with Joe. And who else on the West? Who on the West? Who will contend on the West? The Suns.
The Warriors.
Steph Curry winning championship this year, bro. He got Clay back.